and welcome back to Critic Kid. Today I'm going to be reviewing one of the saddest movies I've ever watched, Schindler's List. This is based on the true story of Oskar Schindler, who saved over 2,000 Jews from being killed by Nazi Germans. And in this movie, the Nazis killed hundreds of thousands of millions of Jews. And many of them were held at gunpoint.
No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
But one of the best scenes in there was when the gun misfired and it wouldn't work. And so it was really good, this movie, and Liam Neeson did an incredible job at being Oskar Schindler, and it was just a great feeling to see all those people alive and not having their bodies be dead and not having them be alive at all. And this movie is really dark and sad. The music that John Williams did was absolutely phenomenal. It was just amazing, and I don't think I've ever heard a better soundtrack than Schindler's List. I have to be 100% honest. That's the best soundtrack I've ever heard. Steven Spielberg did an amazing job directing this. He is one of the greatest the greatest directors of the 20th century, I personally think. And his personal relationship being a Jew, and it was incredibly painful for him to make this because he was a Jew himself. And the factory that was there, they did a great job at it. And I liked the fact that it was all black and white, the entire movie. Just a part at the end was in color. And that was when they were resting rocks on Oscar's grave. And it was a really touching movie, and so here is my review. Schindler is a Nazi, and he's like wears all this fancy stuff, and he's rich, and he like goes to all these fancy dinner parties, and at the Nazi camps they torture the Jews physically and mentally. They held them up at gunpoint and they tortured them, they shaved them, they put them into this chemical shower. It is awful. It is terrible.
Oh, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
It is unhuman. It's a disgrace. Like, this movie shows what Nazis were like, what they were like. They were not human. They were monsters. They slaughtered these people to death. I mean, your mind can't even comprehend how insane these people were. They were crazy. And it was just insane. Like, my uncle is Jewish, and then when I watch this, like, they show carts of people being carried away to camps, never to return to see their families. That would be like, imagine if you got onto this car, or like this train bunker almost, and you get carried away. You see your parents get carried away onto it, and you never see them ever again. I mean, that would be absolutely crazy. few ways they killed them. They killed them. You can't even, like, I saw so many people die in this movie. It was crazy. And they just lined them up and shot them. This is the saddest movie I've ever seen. I mean, you can't describe what it was like going through their minds. All they thought of was they were gonna die. Because of their religion. Because of their religion, they were gonna get killed. And that's what shows what monsters the Nazis were. And Oscar was trying to save all these people. I don't know how he did it. He, like, bribed the Nazis to give him the people to send to his workshop, and he just started getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people. And it was just like, these people are gonna live. Those people at the camps aren't gonna live, but these people are. And it was almost a sense of relief because these people were gonna live, and the people at the concentration camps were just gonna be slaughtered to death. I mean, it's terrible to even think about. And Oscar had an assistant who was helping him fill out these, like, pieces of paper and writing down all the names of the Jews who were gonna come. And it was just great that they were doing this because they were saving people.
And Wolf. How many? 600. You can do the same thing I'm doing. You might even.
If he didn't save anyone, then they would all have been killed. 3,000 lives that were saved, that could have been dead, were alive. And in this one particular scene, there was this girl that Oscar saw who was dead, but he could see her, and it was sad because people who are insane killed a girl because of her religion. I mean, that's crazy. And she was the only thing in color, and it was just her red cloak. That was it. Nothing else. And Oscar was the only one who could see her. It was like she was invisible to everyone else but Oscar. And this movie, there was a rabbi who went to work at Oscar's shop, and when Oscar at the end said that the war was ending, he started singing, and it was amazing how he sung, because it was happiness, like 6 dark years of death and destruction had finally rose out and come to happiness, because 6 million people were killed. And each one had families. And kids and uncles and aunts and grandparents and nephews and nieces. All of them were gone. 6 million. And this was, they held them up at gunpoint. Whatever they could do to kill them, they did it. Whatever it was. Some of them even killed themselves. And it was really, this movie was so sad. Oscar did everything. A quote that he had, this was a quote from Oscar Schindler. I was now resolved to do everything I could in my power to defeat the system. Oscar Schindler. That was the greatest quote I've ever heard. This movie cannot comprehend how much pain and suffering was in the world. Like, I know you don't hear it very much, but a lot of people that, not just including Jews, but everyone suffered a lot. And Oscar Schindler, at the end of the movie, it was really touching. He said he became from this greedy mob Nazi who wanted nothing to do with anyone but money, became this person who said, I didn't do enough. I didn't do enough. He didn't save enough Jews. That's what he said. Greedy slob monster Nazi to I didn't save enough Jews. That's a big transition. And this movie, I think, was one of the best because his acting performance just was amazing. And all the actors, including Robert Vanis, if you don't know who that is, Lord Voldemort. And when I first watched this trailer, I was wondering something. Why was it all black and white? Well, it was set in the 1940s. So that explains a lot. And I'm really, really happy that he saved thousands of Jews. He saved thousands of lives. Because of Schindler, people are alive today. If he didn't save those people, the world population would be less.
Are you all my personal dreams?
The Nazis did so much damage to people. They tortured them to death. And at the end, one of the not Germans was hung to death because of his inhumanity. And in 1958, Oscar Schindler was called Righteous, and so he got to plant a tree in the Avenue of Righteous, and it is still growing there today, so you can go check it out. I don't know the exact location of the tree, but it is still growing today. And so it is just crazy. 6 million people were dead. Not just
Are you all my personal
Jews, like everyone was dead. Well, mostly Jews. And that was the Germans' main target, to kill Jews. And I loved this movie because of the lessons it tells you. It tells you like what people went through and how they suffered. It showed you what they felt, how they suffered, and what it was going through their minds. And it was just emotional, and the soundtrack was amazing, the director was amazing, Liam Neeson was amazing, everyone was amazing in this. I was really I really liked that the final scene was Schindler's Jews came up to his grave, and each person planted a rock, and all of his tombstone was covered in rocks. One rock equals one life, and he saved 3,000 lives. And it was only the ones who were still alive. Only a few of them did not live to see it, but a lot of them survived, and so yeah, and you got to see the adults who were then kids or young adults, and yeah, this was a really, really good movie. I would definitely recommend watching this, and if you have not subscribed already, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload, and like this video if you like Liam Neeson, Steven Spielberg, or John Williams, anyone who's in this cast, or if you know anyone who survived the Holocaust or one of your relatives survived, type that in my discussion, and I would be really curious in that because that would be interesting. So, thank you guys for watching, and if you have not already subscribed, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for my next review.